Another week, another episode of Off In, where we go all in on the Miami Dolphins. What week is it, guys?
We're going into 17, right?
No.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, 17. Holy shit. Yeah,
17.
I forgot.
yeah, we're just as confused as Tua was throwing those three picks. We got two more
Too
games to
soon,
go, so
bro.
I'm gonna look
Too soon.
right past that. Game just passed by versus Green Bay. Martin, give us your thoughts. I haven't heard from you yet, so
It's Brucey's time to shine.
I guess she never had that popcorn, huh?
Yeah, it was a different first half compared to the second. I've some say now because of everything that's unfolded, it had to be that he was concussed. That that's why he couldn't evaluate his throws, I guess, or couldn't throw on target. So again, if it's medically an issue, then what am I to say? I don't know. But what we saw before we found out this news, it was really bad in the second half.
My take, as if being a Dolphins fan wasn't hard already at the current state of it, being a Tua truther has just become twice as hard, you know? And because not of the play, because I do not doubt that he is a good quarterback, but you got to be able to stay on the field, man. And another concussion, and now it's up in question if he's even going to come back this season. Let's see how it unfolds.
My state on this is that you change your name to Finale, and this might be the finale of Tool. So
Yeah, I don't even know what to say to that. How can you follow that up? How can you follow that up? That is
Show's
the
over.
the conclusion
Show's
of the
over.
show. Yep.
Show's over, bro. That's it.
you jinxed them, man. You jinxed them. Nah, man. But for real, I mean, I don't know what happened in that second half. We just didn't look like ourselves.
It's clear something was wrong, bro. And it
We
sucks.
just didn't-
Nobody's gonna give him the benefit of the doubt or anything like that.
But
Everybody's gonna say it's a fucking excuse.
If we
and
would
it's
have
not.
done this, if we would have done this right after the show or the next day early on, we would have been.
It would have been 30
Bashing
minutes of you guys shitting on him.
No,
yeah.
you would have too. You would have too. Be
Oh,
realistic.
Yeah. No. Then
So-
100%.
so
You lost
you
the game
can't really-
because of him.
You can't really say, all right, now we have this news. What are, like that? My opening statement was, I don't know what to say because if it's a medical issue, at the end of the day, he's human. He's not superhuman. So if he had something wrong with him, how can I really evaluate his play? I don't know. The thing is that he waited till the next day to say this. Did he feel
That's
this
my
day
thing.
of,
I think
or did he
that
feel
was,
this the next day? So
that was
I don't know.
That was my whole thing. I was like, if he
All
felt
right.
fucked up during the game, he should have said it. And I know it would have still started this whole chaos that unfolded after the day of. But imagine if he would have said, hey, man, like, I really got my bell rung that one. Let Teddy go in. Let's see what happens. Let Teddy go in. Fuck it. You never
do
know.
you really want to be the guy? The reason we don't make the playoffs? Be a team player at the end of the day. If you really can't be out there, I'm sorry. I'm taking Teddy over a concussed Tua.
But that's the thing. It's back to all that pressure that has already been built on him for so long that he can't be okay
But
trying
now-
to give up a spot because then Teddy goes out and throws for 400 yards and now everybody's looking sideways like, all right, why the fuck are we gonna play Tua? Why would we do this? This guy just went off. He could win it, and then all that bullshit.
At the end of the day, it's you have to do what's best for the team. Like Martin said,
Shut the
you cannot-
fuck up, you
you
lying sack
cannot-
of shit. You
cannot
would
be the
never do
guy.
that in a flag football game. So you're gonna tell me an NFL quarterback is gonna
this
do that
guy's
in
getting
his state?
butthurt.
Get the
All
fuck
right.
out of here, guy.
Since our fans love grades, I want to ask you on a scale of 1 through 10, how confident are you in Tua right now as your quarterback with the season closing out, and us on a playoff cliff?
My question to Tua is that does he know that he throws left-handed after that concussion? Because how the hell are you gonna be confident in anything he can do if he doesn't feel well, doesn't know whose receivers are anymore? How are you gonna be confident? Like again, I was already in the in the middle before. Now, if you can't stay healthy, and again, I'm not saying it sucks. Like whatever, I'm not expecting this guy to get hurt and get replaced or whatever. But at the end of the day, you can expect him to be out there next week. I for sure next week no, and I don't see him going out the following because that was out of nowhere. Like you're gonna tell me the next day this is how you feel? Unless he got his period, man. I don't know.
And you know what? You know what I hate the most? Like, let's say hypothetically, Teddy wins this game this weekend. And let's say whatever. What the Jets game does not matter because you're in the playoffs.
Teddy does
Let's
not
say-
win this game. Teddy does not win this game. I'm sorry. If he starts quarterback, I am not confident we're winning.
I'm
this
not
game.
confident either. Like, oh, we're still gonna go to New England and get a dub, but it's not impossible.
Is it
New
confirmed that
England
he's
is
starting?
not good.
Is he? I'm sorry. I'm not.
He's taking
that defense
starter
is still
reps.
in at home with a run game that they do have. Although we're good at defending the run, they have. I don't know how the weather. How's supposedly the
50
weather going to be?
degrees.
Oh, whatever. All right, so
Nice
the weather's not
and
going to be a
great.
problem. But I that defense is good. That defense is actually really good. So like, unless miraculously he comes out with a game of his life.
Their defense is good, but their offense sucks.
All right, but all they need is a run game. They don't need a pass. I don't know.
All right, but
maybe this
now our offense, our run game has developed. And what do you do when you have a backup quarterback? You run the ball.
question.
But back to what I was
Question.
saying. Back to what I was gonna say though. It was like, let's say Teddy gets this win. Hypothetical. Teddy wins in New England. We're in the playoffs. Okay. We go to the playoffs and Tua comes back, wins that first game. What is
But why do
everybody
you-
gonna say?
why
What is
do you-
everybody gonna
Why
say?
do you play Tua of the last 2 games? He didn't get you the win. He didn't get you in the playoffs.
He's the best guy for you to win. Period.
Okay,
You
and
have
I'm
you not seen that all season?
I'm not disagreeing with
Then
that.
why are you asking the question? Because it's a dumb question.
It's not a dumb question. How
Of
are you
course
going to
it is.
replace a guy who's going to win the last 2 games of the season to get you in the playoffs when the other guy right before the playoffs was throwing 3 picks and almost causing you the season?
What have we seen all season long?
Skyler.
You're better on the field when Tua's on than off.
Yeah, and we've also seen that Tua's been concussed 3 times this season.
100%. But did you not hear the scenario that I
So,
put out
do
there?
you
It's
really
all
feel-
it's all hypothetical.
It's
all
not hypothetical. It's not hypothetical. He's been concussed 3 times this season.
No, the situation. What I said. Let's say he gets cleared for
It's
the
not
first playoff
hypothetical.
game.
He's not playing next game. And
No,
if Teddy
but-
gets a dub, you got to roll with him into the Jets.
Ralph,
So
he
you'll
said
ro-
Ralph. He said that let's just say we win back-to-back games. We're in the playoffs. What
And
do you
I'm
do?
telling him, if Teddy wins those 2 games, you have to roll with Teddy. He has the hot hand.
I'm happy you're not the coach, bro.
Okay,
I'm
but
super-
he
Are
has
you
the hot
happy that
hand.
McDaniel's the coach right now? Because I don't like how he's coaching either.
You definitely see that he's a year 1 coach this season, all right? Like all the mistakes, everything has come out. Let's get into Green Bay. Saying I couldn't even get my scenario out here, but it's just like the envelope always gets pushed. Nobody's ever happy.
I backed
all
him,
I'm
but
gonna
when the
say.
guy's throwing 3 picks and he loses the game, and now we got to win the next 2 to get into the playoffs, why back it? Why back it? So
If you look at the stats without putting a name next to it, you're saying, okay, good season.
yeah, numbers are great, but wins are better.
Right
So
now,
let's
you're
move
still
on.
in the 7th spot with 8 wins with 2
Hey,
games left.
Can I say
You're
this?
still in it.
I mentioned this to some people because this is the best post I saw of the weekend. So last year we were 1-7 to start the season. Do you know what we ended up after the 6-game winning streak?
Yeah, 7 and
No,
or
it
8
was
and
a 7-game
7,
winning
8
7-game winning
yeah,
streak.
8
8-7.
and
So
8 and 7.
what's our record without all the weapons that we had last year?
8-7.
8 and 7.
Yeah, we also
Flores.
didn't play Mike Glennon. We also didn't play
Flores.
fucking Ian
Damn.
Book. We didn't play all these scrubs that we got aligned with for
No,
6 games, bro.
But you
Get out
lost
of here.
you lost to Zach Wilson and the Jets. You
Flores.
lost to 1 p.m. Kirk Cousins. What else you want me to give you? You
Talking
lost
about
to
this year?
third. You lost to
You're talking
third
about this
string-
year?
Yes, you lost a 3rd string Brock Purdy thrown into the game. Not,
Hey,
not
chill.
with the
Brock
rest.
Purdy's been playing very
Okay.
well.
Two,
Purdy- Brock-
one of those Tua was there for.
Brock Purdy
one of
was
those.
playing very good. So I don't, you can't can't.
What was
discredit that.
everybody's thoughts of the game? Let's get into that. What was enough Tua talk?
What
Well, we're
thoughts?
eventually gonna get back there. but
There's no thoughts. The thoughts
So,
is the
overall-
Tua blew it.
okay. So as much as you want to say Tua blew it,
He did. Go.
oh no, 100%. The
He did.
blame after 3 interceptions, there's no excusing it at all. Tua gets the blame.
You know who gets the credit though?
Why is your brother
Tyreek
calling
Hill,
him?
Tyreek Hill, and Jalen Waddle. If
With-
it's not, that's literally the credit for the game. If it wasn't for that offense, they literally have 4 catches apiece, I think it was, and look what they did on those 4 catches. Because if you're gonna give me, I'm sorry, I heard people giving credit to Tua. I'm like, bro, those plays were made. The Hill pass, whatever. Okay, that was a very good pass. But
Should've
the
been a
Waddle was
touchdown.
him. He turned that into a touchdown. That was
Of
nowhere
course.
near. nowhere near
100%.
touchdown.
But this is my thing though. What happens when Herbert throws a screen and Eckler
Hey,
takes it for 60?
Don't talk about
And when
playoff
Burrow
Herbert.
throws it to
Let's not-
Chase
let-
and he
let's
for a
not talk
yard and he
about
takes it 80.
Super Bowl.
Like,
Let's not talk about
listen,
Super Bowl Burrow and playoff
and
Herbert.
that's
okay?
always been a thing with me and Tua. Everybody criticizes him a lot harder than
Skinny.
they do with everybody else.
When you're a top
That's-
five
that-
pick, when you're a top 5 pick, you're expected to exceed expectations.
But
Your
did
I
you,
wanna-
expectation is just
did you
playoffs.
not
wanna
just
ask,
hear what I
uh,
said though?
I want to ask Finale a question. On that play, the touchdown play to Waddle, what did we point out that you hate from Tua?
He throws off the back foot. But he had a
Oh.
guy coming in his face. Yeah. No,
He-
no homo.
coming in his
Oh,
face.
whoa.
He had a guy coming down on him.
Is this
And he had to throw
Dolphins
off the
after
back
dark?
foot. And I agree 100%. But did you see it on the hill bomb where he stepped into it and leads him perfectly in stride?
He did not lead
his
him
soul
anyway.
left. His soul left his body on that
He
throw.
could have let him into the end zone, but he put it on the outside.
He
that
put
was a
it
good
on
throw.
the
That was a good
fucking
throw. That was a good
two.
throw.
It was a good throw, but
was a good
still,
throw.
he should have put it more ahead.
This guy. Okay.
But I'm just saying.
Back to the game. Other than
overall-
Tua, nobody saw any other errors. Nobody
Yes.
saw any other mistakes.
I'm
Our
gonna go
coach-
back to our format, our old format, and I'm gonna say the turning point was the Mostert fumble. That was the downfall of the whole thing.
How?
Yes,
does that
it
make
was.
sense?
After
How?
that, you had because that was your first turnover, and after that, you had the 3 Tua picks.
So you're gonna tell me because of one Monster fumble, we got 3 to a picks. He felt so bad. And he's like, "Let me end this for
I
real."
said turning point.
Yeah.
After that,
okay.
it was
You
down.
controlled the
can-
game.
you can say
the
that.
game was
You can.
controlled. The game was controlled the whole way by us. They
It
literally
was.
came back at the end.
And after that Monster fumble, it went downhill.
That's fine. That's his opinion.
Okay.
Now,
Martin-
the guy who lost you the game, that had the ball in his hands to win the game, was Tua.
Yeah.
But Mostert fumbling the ball was the turning point. So
I the only reason why I asked this is just let's say we get into the playoffs. We are not a playoff team. There's so many mistakes on this team. So we go coach onside kick after scoring a touchdown. Why? Okay. Jason Sanders misses a field goal.
Yeah, he made 2 prior.
No, yes, 100%. But I'm talking about all the points that were left on the board. Special teams. Clayton Fedulum getting spun in his fucking lane, and you
Holland
allow
missing a
them to
tackle.
start on the 7, the very first drive.
Holland missing a
These
tackle on
are
that one.
all you easily gave them 12 points of field goals. Easily. And even with 2 or 3 interceptions and throwing the game away, you could have won it. If it wasn't for all these little fucking mistakes. All of them. And then the Mostert fumble was another one.
But why do you say that? He had the ball in his hand 3 drives to win the game.
Did I
and he
did
threw
I
it
not
away.
did I not say he blew the game? I said that already.
Yes,
like
but
stop
you're
going back to
still-
that. It's like
but
you just
you're
want to hear me say it. Like no,
Yeah, I
You're
do.
stop.
still-
I
but
said
you're
it already.
You're still
I said it
defending him.
already.
You're
You're
still
little red.
defending him by saying,
Are you little
"Oh,
red?"
if the 12 points didn't do this or that, then you know what? Maybe it would have been different outcome because if you would have threw the 3 picks,
Listen,
and we would have had
when
the
you
lead, it
when
would've
you
not
go
mattered.
back and
Oh
hear
my
like
God.
even what I said was even with the 3 interceptions, you still could have won the game if it wasn't
No.
for all of your other errors.
Oh my God! No, he
What
had
do
the
you
ball.
mean no?
He had the ball 3 times. 3 times.
The
to
only thing
put a
I'm gonna
comfortable
go.
lead,
I
and he
agree
threw
with
it
what you're
away.
saying, Godo. But what I'm agree with Ralph is that you're kind of saying, yeah, he fucked up, but you guys could have bailed him out.
Yeah,
You're kinda
why?
saying
No, but
He had
what
the
I'm
lead.
saying is I'm pointing out how bad the team is. The team is not ready. We're not in a state to go to the
That's
playoffs
not
and
what
make
you
a
were
run or anything
saying
like
weeks
that.
ago. Weeks ago, you were like, "Oh yeah, you know, we Tua's playing the best."
No,
football
hey,
tonight. Oh, the
legit.
defense needs to keep it up, and that's it.
This whole thing, like everything, it's imploded. Like the Dolphins season is a wrap. We win, we go to a first round. Great. We're gonna get blown out by Buffalo or KC. It's happening. We are not ready. We're not ready.
But
It just is what it is.
if Skylar Thompson is our quarterback,
There's Sky.
Round
Back to
one.
Skyler. Yes, bro.
That-
yes.
we
That's
will
right
win that game versus the Jaguars. I'm just letting
Honestly,
you know.
but that is my.
We're not.
fear.
In what world are we going to Jacksonville? That dream is gone.
Honestly, Skinny, that is my fear that we do make the playoffs, and now we roll with this same team again, and we're stuck in the same position.
What do you think is going to change?
Quarterback.
It's not happening. Who are you going to replace Tua with? You're not getting Lamar because if you get Lamar, you have to trade all your stars. You're trading
Stephen
Waddle.
Ross
You're
and the
trading
front
Wilkins.
office has shown that it's win now or you're gone. This is
Okay.
not a team that just lost a first round pick, traded the other first round pick to win this year, and now maybe doesn't make the playoffs. If we don't make the playoffs, Tua's out 100%. If
Not
we make the
happening.
playoff, yes,
No.
you're hearing it now. If we don't make the playoffs, Tua will not be our quarterback next year. McDaniel, believe it or not, will be on the hot seat to possibly be replaced by Sean Payton, unless the Broncos pull the trigger like tomorrow and give him the job. That is, you're hearing this now, week 16 recap. I am saying that Tua will not be the quarterback if we don't make the playoffs.
I'm telling you right now, he's gonna
I'm
be
not saying Skylar Thompson.
unless
I'm not
he
saying
retires.
that. I'm not saying that.
Unless
No.
he chooses to retire, he's
not
not.
here.
He's not
here.
gonna.
He's not
He's
here
not
next year.
going anywhere because there's
He's
no
not
one to replace him with.
It's
You're
not-
not
that's not
gonna
the
pay him
point.
that money. How many people already have a big contract here?
There,
You got
there is
Hill, you
plenty
got
of teams-
Chubb,
There
and you're
are
gonna have
teams-
to pay a lot of people.
There are teams that would
And we have no
possibly
capital.
take him.
We have no capital to give up to get him. You think they're gonna let him walk? Get out of here, bro.
No. I'm saying they would trade. There are a possible. If anybody is capable of bringing someone in via trade, it's Chris Greer. He's shown that.
You think Greer survives this?
No.
If we don't make it,
Listen, I don't.
100%. Who's
You're
to say
nuts.
who's
You're
to say
nuts.
he was on the bandwagon
You're
of your
nuts.
boy? Who's to
You're
say he
nuts.
was on the bandwagon
Well,
of your
if-
boy?
also so now we went from not saying Flores didn't want him, so now Greer didn't want him either.
No,
See
that's
that-
not
see
what
that?
I'm saying. Who's
That's
to
what,
say
exactly
he
what
was,
you're saying.
He was on the no. I said who's to say he was because from day one that he's
Who makes
been
the
there,
pick?
No, that's a
the
collective. I think.
organization. It's a
No, no,
it's a
no.
Your
freaking
GM
number.
makes
it's,
the
no,
pick.
Yeah,
it's a
he
number
does, he
5
does.
pick.
It
It's
depends.
a number 5 pick.
You're-
it has
you're-
to be agreed on. by at
If
least
that's the
3
case,
guys
Lamar
there.
would have been here the year before.
No, but that was a different.
2 years before.
We weren't. It
They
wasn't
tried.
top 5. It wasn't
They
top
tried.
5. It wasn't
Tua
top
was
5.
a number 5 pick.
No.
Tua was a
I'm
number
saying
5 pick.
Lamar wasn't here. Like it was a top 5 pick that was more collective. Maybe down in the rounds they gave it to someone else, like to make a final decision. I feel like Tua. I don't know. I can't even talk about that. Why are we even talking about that? I have no idea about that. I don't even care about that. Right now, what I'm saying is that Tua will not be our quarterback next year if we don't make the playoffs. That's all I'm saying.
I don't see it that way because there's not many other options. You know how many other teams need a quarterback? Like, if you think our situation's bad, there's 15, 20 other teams that are just as bad. There's only 10 teams that know who their guy is, and yeah, we're gonna stick with them. What? Name them off the top of your head, bro.
We got a guy. Are we sure he's our guy or what?
Until
You
you give
can't
me
even
something
answer.
better. Until
You
you give
can't
me.
even
Listen,
answer this.
I'm dying on the Tua Hill, bro. I'm saying it. I've been saying it. I'm dying on that Tua Hill.
Yeah, just like you died on Tannehill's hill.
I did.
So why?
It is what it is. Why
Why
not?
not- why not
He's
live
not
and learn?
bad. He's
Why
not
not live and
bad.
learn?
So what you're telling me is he sucks.
I'm not saying he sucks. I'm just
So
saying
then why
he's
are
not
you
our
giving
guy.
up? What's your reason? What
He's not our
he's
guy.
not your guy. So your guy is your answer is because he's not the top 5 Super Bowl elite quarterback. That's what you're
No.
saying.
Exactly, because your team is ready to win now.
Go
so you
find
need
it.
that
Where are
guy.
you gonna get it? Where are you gonna get it?
I don't know.
Exactly.
I can't tell
Shut
you
the
that
fuck
much.
up.
Oh, so I'm supposed to stay mediocre.
So all right. So why is it so crazy to think Lamar can't be replaced by Tua in a trade?
I don't think it's
you're gonna
crazy.
give
I don't
way
think it's
too
crazy.
much up for him.
I don't
No,
And
think
your
I'm not saying-
team's
again,
gonna
nothing-
suck just because you upgraded a quarterback, but then you took a hit on everything else.
Look, if we can win, the harder game to win will be the Jets. But I think this game will be hard because it will be the first week of Teddy's replacing Tua, so he might need to get into a rhythm. So I think it'll be a little more difficult. But if he can pull this one off, and you give Tua a week to rest, we are in the playoffs. We're guaranteeing the playoffs. If we win next week.
If the Jets lose, yes.
Oh, so only if the Jets. Who do the Jets play? Do you know?
Seattle in Seattle.
Okay, so I don't think they're gonna win that game. So we will have to win week 17. So next week doesn't even matter, is what you're telling me.
If we win and they lose it, we can not even go to play in New York. Play against them.
No,
We're
but
in.
I'm saying how about is that you're the one that I haven't looked at all the scenarios. So let's just say we lose versus the Patriots. If we win versus the Jets, we're still out. I mean, we're out or we're in.
I think
We're in.
out, yeah.
We're
I think out.
We're in.
If the
But
Jets
we
lose.
need. I think we need Pittsburgh to lose.
Coño.
Which
Alright,
they
so
play.
this-
They play the Ravens this week, so they're taking it out.
Okay, so let's just hope for honestly right now the best case scenario is Teddy Bridgewater pulls off this win, Jets lose, and Tua gets a bye. That's it. That's literally what you're hoping for
Yeah.
right now. Because
Yeah.
other than that, It's not looking pretty for anyone.
No.
And I'm telling you, McDaniel will be in the hot seat if we don't make the playoffs.
Yeah, but that's only because Sean Payton's
That's
available.
so bad.
No, this
I don't.
season has been
Maybe
a failure.
I might be
That's so
overreacting.
bad.
I might
This
be
season
overreacting.
has been a failure, bro.
He
This has
wouldn't
been
be
a
on the-
nightmare season.
if
The
he
ending
wouldn't
to it, at least.
if we make the playoffs, I don't think he'll be out. I think Tua will be out. Um, but McDaniel needs to make the playoffs in order to be secure. If Peyton wasn't around, this would not be a talk. I would say McDaniel has no season. But we know Stephen Ross would love Sean Payton and whatever he brings to the table at the end
Yeah,
of
and
the
he
day.
would love Lamar Jackson as well.
So I don't know. That's another story. That'll be crazy.
It's not gonna happen, bro.
But let's not
It's
talk about
not.
that. It was a bad game to end the season. I mean, to end the game, it was horrible. It was not something pretty to watch. I didn't
Yeah.
enjoy it. You guys paid tickets, so that's even worse. Um,
And it was cold. It was
was so
fucking
cold.
cold as fuck.
It got colder.
Drinkage?
It got colder as the game went on. That was the worst part.
but Rodgers didn't really actually kill us. It was the run game, and I gotta give credit. Although there was a play I missed about Jalen Phillips. Supposedly he cost us on a roughing passer. I didn't see that play, to be honest.
Yeah.
But if it wasn't for his stop of AJ Dillon, they scored a touchdown. They're up 10. The game's over anyways.
Not,
Oh,
not
yeah.
to mention,
That
he
should-
had a huge Raekwon Davis with a huge fourth down stop.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
it was
yeah.
like fourth
Yeah.
and one.
No, it was a
punt.
punt.
It
It
was
was
a
a fake
punt. It was a
punt.
fake
Fake
punt.
punt.
Yeah.
So I can't say that I disliked what we saw from the defense. I feel like in the bad scenarios that they were given,
Short
they played
fields
short-
over
yeah.
and over.
26 points versus the Packers. You know, that's not horrible. It's not maybe what you want, but Chubb's not really stepping up the way we would like. But other than that, I feel like the names you didn't see in the beginning of the year are stepping up now, so you're happy. Cater Cole, another interception.
Amazing.
Howard didn't play great, but didn't play bad.
Dropped the
this-
pick.
He missed
Yeah,
out
but
on
again,
the interception. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine though. But are you really upset? Like he dropped the pick, he didn't give up a touchdown. Obviously it's not perfect, but realistically speaking, we got some sort of pressure on Rodgers. But he loves the pressure, man. At the end
You
of the
gotta
day,
close. You gotta close, man. There's many
Oh, yeah, yeah.
opportunities where you
Okay.
had sacks and you whiff. You gotta
Yeah.
close, man. You're getting paid big
Well,
money. Go get
that's
sacks.
been a thing all season where we're missing on sacks and sacks and sacks and these pivotal third downs, second downs that could.
I hate that I'm gonna continue my trend. I actually like what we've been seeing in the defense, although it's not been perfect. It's been good to watch because there's no plays where you're like fuck, like what the hell happened this play, other than maybe a whiff sack or whatever. But realistically speaking, overall play, are you mad? Not really, right? If you have a balanced game, you're probably winning this game.
Not,
the only
not
thing
this
I'm
game,
at,
yeah.
the only thing I've seen the last 4 losses, coaching has been horrendous, and it's been
Tackling
more.
still a
But
major
that's been
problem.
the whole year.
And I'm just mad that
Been the
it
whole
looks like we're playing 7-8 yards off the wide receivers on every play, and we're getting
Boyer's out.
killed
Don't worry
under.
about that. Boyer's out no
Boyer
matter what.
is fucking
And
terrible, bro.
Maybe he's not. Maybe again we are down at DB, so maybe that's changing up his style of play. Again, I'm not defending him. I'm just saying overall, like I don't know what the hell's going through his mind because I'm sure McDaniel at some point is like, hey, what the fuck is going on here? So maybe they're like, this is what they're working with because X doesn't look to be up to speed anymore as he once was. Cater Kohu is still a liability, although he's played very well.
Yeah, for an undrafted rookie.
Brandon Jones hopefully gets back before the playoffs. If we right, there is a
No
possibility.
way, get the fuck out of here.
Who
Wasn't
was
it
it that's supposed to come
ACL?
back? Who's the one that's supposed to come back? They said somebody.
Byron.
That's no. It was Brandon, wasn't it?
No, Brandon tore his ACL.
Yeah, he's
completely.
done.
Okay, all right,
Yeah,
never
he's
mind. I
done.
saw
And
somebody's.
it's definitely not
And
needed.
I'm mentioning his name, like we've repeated it over and over, but the absence of him, the absence of what's this other guy that got hurt on defense? Byron Jones has been
Nick Needham.
Terrell
Nick
Williams.
Needham.
Nick Needham.
yeah, Nick Needham.
The absence of Nick Needham and Brandon Jones have been huge. Because
Yeah.
if now the emergence of Cater Kohu, you could have had another DB going into the playoffs now that you could rely on. But
Well, I don't think you would have seen the emergence
Yeah,
if
exactly.
they were all on the
You're
field.
giving
So
him. You gave him
I
a
guess
whole
you got to
year.
see
You
it as
never
like
know.
a silver lining, but
you never know.
Yeah,
I mean, the only
again,
reason an undrafted rookie gets on the field is because you're depleted.
Mhm.
You know,
And
I mean, we
are you upset what we've seen from the O line because it hasn't really played that bad?
it hasn't.
No,
it
hasn't.
the O-line
hasn't.
hasn't been bad. I mean, we've
So-
established a run game too at the beginning of that Green Bay
Again,
game. They
I'm
actually
still
had the
going
run
with
going, so-
McDaniel has right now been the weakest link. I'm not even gonna give Tua the weakest link. Like I said last week, I'm giving Tua blame, but I'm not giving him the blame. He's McDaniel's like Tua's been the product of McDaniel's offense. And it's not looking pretty.
But
It
they
really isn't.
figured it out, man.
No, I know.
Teams
And
teams are just doing the same shit. They're
No.
pushing your guys off their routes early. They're killing timing, and you're not adjusting. You literally need to just run the ball. Play that style of San Fran football where it's roll out and flats and this and that, and run the fucking ball. Stop trying to be cute and go downfield and all these misdirections and all that. That's it. Teams have figured it out. They're all bracketing Tyreek Hill. Yeah, you might get waddled downfield and break off for a couple, but that's it, bro. It's time to switch it up. The same shit, thinking teams are going to keep on doing the same thing.
Two things that are missing, and I've been asking this from week one, and again, you hate for me to say it. One was the run game, which you now are acknowledging as much as I am, because now you weren't saying as much as I was before. But the other miss that we're having is Mike Gesicki. Mike Gesicki would open it up more for your receivers. I don't care what you're saying. If Mike Gesicki was an option, Tua and Waddle would have more opportunities to be more explosive. We don't have. And first of all, another thing: why the fuck doesn't Tua do dump offs? Please answer that question. He only throws it down the field. It's like I didn't do it for the first 2 years, and now I have to do it every play.
I was gonna say that the first 2 years everything was in the flats, and now it's
that's everybody, because you had a high school coach, bro.
All right, no, but okay, whatever. But now the high school coach would come in to help Tua's game because he wouldn't be holding the ball as long to be able to dump off. And the one thing that you see Herbert do a lot, he dumps off the ball a lot. He does. Yeah. It's either a big play or a dump off. You don't see dump offs from Tua, and it hurts his game. It really does, because all you need to do is get little yards little by little, and he's not even doing that. It's like, it's great. Everybody's seen the deep ball, right? Everybody's like, all right, I'm off the deep ball train. Even though he's not perfect at it, you know it's there. Like he's showing he has the arm to do it. Okay, fine. Now be a smart quarterback and find your intermediate routes, and not just look for your first option. Look for your dump off. Maybe if Gesicki's not it, Smythe needs to become an option in the passing game, because if not, I'm sorry, they're going to continue doing what they're doing with Hill and Waddle. Go ahead.
You can't say both things. Say run the ball and more Mike Gesicki, because they don't exist.
They do
not go and go. Like it's not going to happen.
I'm sorry, but
at all.
Smythe, yes, is a very good tight end blocker, but is he really changing our O-line? Is he really the reason why our O-line's looking better?
You see the block Ingold fucking laid this week, bro?
Okay, that's one person that it has nothing to do, because he won't be on the field with on a pass play, which he wasn't early on in the year. But in essence, Gesicki being available for those third downs, those early pass downs, whatever they're trying to do, Gesicki would open it up. Having a linebacker, because right now they're playing more corner. I think I've seen more corner setups than I've seen linebackers and things like that Gesicki would be able to take advantage of. He's on the field. Smythe is on the field. They're having an extra corner because they don't care that he's on the field. They don't care. They're just waiting to block.
They just draw back. Yeah, they don't care for him.
Having Gesicki as a third option will just open up the game. I'm not a coach. I'm a fucking idiot. But I'm realistic that a guy like that will just open up your passing game. Like, how am I wrong? How am I wrong?
I mean, I get what you're saying, because
he has one catch a game, one target a game.
You could start hitting him in the middle of the field.
You just paid him $10 million. You're not gonna even put him in the slot.
You could start hitting Gesicki in the middle of the field, and they'll just be like, okay, why are they throwing to this guy? Why is he in the middle of the field?
You can run him in the slot. McDaniel has shown me that he is not what everybody hyped him up to be. He doesn't run the ball, and on top of that, he doesn't utilize his weapons to the best of their abilities. He doesn't. He hasn't shown that yet, because there's a lot of things that he was brought in to do, which one of them was bring us a run game, and he's done it 4 times this year. We're going into week 17. Week 17. So don't tell me. I honestly, I said in the beginning of the season, I was like, maybe he's going to wait for the end of the year to show. And I think you guys said the same thing. Maybe he's going to show more as the year goes on. He's shown you less as the year goes on. He's like, I'm running out of shit to say. I don't know what to do with my hands. I don't know what to do.
All right, moving on to week 18. We got the New England Patriots. We're gonna be up there in Foxborough. Give me your predictions.
You're gonna be there?
With you, Alejandro. Fuck no, it's too cold.
I'm scared. Yo, I'm terrified. Honestly, I'm
not what to say scared. I'm not really scared of the Patriots.
I'm not scared of the Patriots. I'm just scared of the whole situation as a whole. Like, this season has, and we said it a long time ago, if you got into the position of being 8-3 and it started getting into those last games of the season where it was win and get in, the season has been a fail. This, like, it's crazy to think that we're 8-7 right now and everything unfolding now how it is. I'm gonna close my eyes and pray to God we get a dub. It's gonna be a slow scoring. I'll say 17-13 Dolphins.
Coño, I'm not even gonna go that low.
We gotta score 2 touchdowns, bro.
No, I'm saying I'm
Martin,
not going that low.
You're not going that low.
let's hear it.
Brother,
Let's hear it. Foxborough, Week 18, Dolphins, Patriots. What do you got?
Somebody goes into whisper into McDaniel's ear. Skylar Thompson. No, I'm just playing. All right, so 24-17.
Run the ball.
And I think we will develop a run game because I'm hoping. I'm not even thinking this guy's smart coach and he's gonna be like, yeah, we should do this. No, I just feel like I'm praying right now that this guy will wake up. I think our defense will get to Mac Jones again, like they did
Yeah.
week 1. I feel like that is the only way we have a safe fourth quarter, and we're like we have this game in the books. Because if not, if we're looking at Mac Jones going against Teddy in the fourth quarter, I don't know who I'm picking. I'm just being realistic. I don't have faith in Teddy to be better than Mac Jones, and I don't know whose defense will be more superior. It's a divisional game.
it's gonna
to
come
go to the
down
playoffs.
to
They have a playoff
down
spot
to
coming up. If they win the last 2, they have a chance to go to the playoffs.
they play Buffalo week 18,
No, I'm saying they have a chance. I never
and
said
they're
gonna
still
get it.
gonna fight for their seeding. So,
It's possible. Hey, anything's possible. Anything's possible.
do we
Go ahead.
think the NFL wants that last game to be a win and get in type shit?
You
where
ready?
we
You ready?
lose? Go.
It'll be
ready?
great. Think about it. The Jets.
Dolphins.
Go ahead.
Dolphins go into Foxborough and they win. But the Jets go into Seattle and they also win.
So week 18 means something.
Week 18 means something.
Sunday
But
night.
I hate to say it.
No, they won't go to the night.
History repeats itself. Dolphins lose that game.
You take 18 weeks to pick a Dolphins loss.
Yeah, for real.
I told you I hate to say it, but history repeats itself.
Again, I think if we can be a run first team these last 2 games, it'll be a different ball game. I think if we can do that, we will be in the playoffs. We will be in the playoffs if we're a run first team. No matter what happens, I don't want to hear because every game we've ran the ball, even attempted to, we're like 4.5 yards or better per rush. How's that bad? So if we beat like the Pats, remember the game in I forgot last year they ran the ball 40 times in a game. I think Mac Jones had 2 passes.
Oh, but that was the fucking like 30 mile per hour winds.
Everybody knew they were running. Everybody knew they were running.
Yeah.
They continued to do it, and they still were able to be successful. If
I
we
mean,
have that mindset, I'm not saying run 40 times. I'm not asking for that.
The game that shows you that if we're a run first team, we can win the game is Buffalo. The game that you lost.
Oh,
Yeah.
and the Jets game without Tua and without Bridgewater, we ran the ball and we did well. Mostert's first 100-yard game.
Yeah, but then they went away from it completely. In Buffalo, you never
away
stopped.
I think
In Buffalo,
that's
you
the
never
one.
really stopped
That's
it.
the one
It
thing
was
that
always
I
part of
think.
the game plan.
That's the one thing I think we've seen the last couple weeks that we can actually run the ball.
But I've said this
So
from the beginning.
go do it. Go fucking just do it. That's it. That's all you got to do. Run the ball, play safe football, don't turn it over. You're playing Mac Jones. This guy is fucking basic, bro. This guy sucks.
He does. He
He's
does not.
terrible.
He's not terrible because I've seen worse. But you see the dirty plays he makes. That guy should get his ass kicked someday. Is Tua coming back this year?
Weekend.
No.
Season.
100% no.
Not, I don't know about playoffs. I
Season?
can't. Season.
If,
Motherfucker, you just said no for the whole thing.
yeah.
And now
I was gonna say, if we win the next 2 games without him, I say you don't bring him back.
All right, what do you think?
If week 18 is a win and get in situation, I think he starts.
Okay.
And we go to the Super Bowl and then he retires.
As fans, they sent me the email that I could buy. I could buy tickets already. If
Listen, bro.
Yeah.
Listen.
Wait for
if
it.
you think about it, 3-0, 0-3, 5-0, 0-4. A streak is coming, bro. It's gonna come the other way around.
Let me tell you, if the Dolphins lose the coin toss, they're gonna lose the game.
Yo, it's crazy. Did you know that, Martin? Every time we lost
Martin,
the coin, we lose the game.
Nope. No.
It's insane.
Look it up. Every time we've lost a coin toss, the game has been lost.
So look, we'll tune in at 12 o'clock, at 1 o'clock. If we lose, just turn it off. You won't even get mad. You won't even get mad. That's it.
If Tua doesn't come back for the season, or if we don't make the playoffs, you say you're on no matter what, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
He's dying on the
No,
hill.
but my concern with Tua is durability.
So you don't
And
think he
now
lasts as a bet, right?
I'm not okay with replacing him until there's something better.
Two
You know
pump
what
trick.
my concern is? My concern is that logo you're wearing on your hat. Team over a guy, Skinny. Yeah,
What?
one. He's gonna be the only one off the team.
No, he's not. Get ready.
Yeah, that's
A lot of people are
changes
coming.
Yeah, I know.
You got to
All
pay
right.
Christian Wilkins. Are you paying Christian Wilkins #1 money?
I
You're going to
mean,
give it all to a defensive tackle? I love the guy. I wouldn't do it.
Tough. He's so good.
He's
really
raw,
so
but
good,
I wouldn't
bro,
do
yeah.
it. And especially he's on a D line where you got Chubb and Phillips. Of course, you're
Speaking
gonna
of
look good.
money, we're running out of money and running out of time with this episode.
Okay,
so we're
can
gonna
I
move
can
on.
I go back to my situation though? Okay, Ralph has already answered. Martin, you don't win. Tua doesn't play the last 2 games, but you get in the playoffs. Tua wins round 1 in the playoffs. Are you then using the excuse? Oh, but he didn't get the team into the playoffs.
I don't think you could do that because Lamar.
We'll see.
Lamar's been out the whole year, the last 8 games or something, like 7 games. If he does something in the playoffs, you're still gonna give Huntley credit, but you know that Lamar would have probably done the same thing if he goes deep in the playoffs. So I'll give him credit for the win, but
How
I have
many
to
other
see him-
people would shit on him? Like,
I have
"Oh,
to see-
fucking, he couldn't even get the team.
I
in the
have to
playoffs."
see him do something
Oh,
in that
absolutely.
playoff game, not just
Absolutely.
we happen to win that game.
Yeah.
That's my thing. But again, last thing I want to say: does my C plus still sound crazy to you guys?
No, not now.
You see,
Not at all.
You know what else is gonna sound crazy? Skylar Thompson, #1 quarterback for the Miami Dolphins. I'm out.
Yeah,
Hey,
go
that was your
out
cue,
of your own
Ralph.
house.
That was your cue,
please.
Ralph.
Well, there's no cue. We gotta finish the show. That's it.
Good episode,
I'm out.
guys.
Yeah, we're as done as Tua. Let's move on.